So hurry up and speed up, gather all the medicine together, and turn into a pill shape. Successful refining of Wapindan medicine. There was another loud yell. And another person finished the refining. So far, 7 people have entered the final of the King of Dan. Poison Hand Medicine King wiped his forehead, cold sweat, anxious in his heart. Hurry up to complete the magic pill. However, he still felt a little stunned in his heart, for fear of any tricks from this kid. Therefore, in addition to alchemy, still distracted to observe Zhuo Fan's every move. However, Zhuo Fan seemed quite obedient at this time, and he never said a word, even looked at him, as if he had already given up his plan to obstruct him. This kid must be pretending again. Previously, the old man took the bait, and he would have the chance to take advantage of it. This time, the old man must be more cautious. The more the child cares, the more likely he is to look for the old man's negligence and want to reapply his old skills. His eyes narrowed slightly, and the poison hand medicine sneered in his heart, while the string in his heart was tight all the time. Old man, won't be a second time. Judgment, I have finished refining. There was another shout. And the 8th person was shortlisted. Poison Hand Medicine King took a deep breath and tried to keep himself calm. The flame in his hand remained stable. The more this time, the more calm the mood. Seeing that the pill medicine in his hand had completely become a pill shape, the Poison Hand Medicine King gritted his teeth and struck 12 points of spirit. This is the most critical time, and we must not lose ground. Squinting at Zhuo Fan, who still had no movement, the Poison Hand Medicine King carefully refined the elixir in his hand. Soon, he came to the last step, and this last fierce fire was used to completely condense the panacea and turn it into a panacea, and you were done. But it seemed to be back to the moment when he was destroyed by Zhuo Fan for the first time, so he became extremely cautious. He must not be defeated twice in the same place. The Poison Hand Medicine King's eyes were condensed, and there was a sudden scream in his heart, and the flame in his hand suddenly strengthened. However, at this moment, a nightmarish voice sounded again. Sneeze. It was the sneeze again, and the Poison Hand Potion King couldn't help but be shocked. He hurriedly shook his sleeves, protected the flame, turned around, turned his back to Zhuo Fan. But this scare made his state of mind tremble uncontrollably, and the flame in his hand trembles. Fortunately, he is a master of alchemy for many years. He has a lot of experience before he hurries to stabilize his state of mind. He did not give alchemy to this critical step. After exhaling for a long time, Poison Hand Potion King wiped his forehead cold sweat and turned his head to look at Zhuo Fan. But I saw that he did not sneeze in this direction, but rubbed his nose, as if nothing had happened. It seemed to have noticed the old guy's gaze too. Zhuo Fan turned his head to look around, raised his eyebrows, and scolded, "Look what to see, I didn't disturb you without words." His lips twitched for a long while, but the Poisonous Hand King was angry, but he could not speak for a long time. "You didn't make a noise to disturb the old man, but you stand here. Which is the biggest interference to the old man?" At this moment, the Poison Hand Medicine King was extremely tired. This is either physical fatigue or tiredness. He has been on the mainland for so many years and has never had such a tired moment. Apart from alchemy, who can maintain such a high level of tension for a long time, who can bear it? In this regard, he really had to write a service word to Zhuo Fan. Over the past few decades, Zhuo Fan, who was able to force his poisonous medicine Wang Yansong to this position, is really the number one. It seemed that the master's embarrassment was also seen, and Yuan Fu was already dumbfounded. He has never seen a master who has always been cruel, and has been adjusted to such an unprecedented level. Looking at the first one again, Zhuo Fan always had a smile on his mouth, and his heart was cold for a reason. Tao Danyang was so happy to see Yan Song eating deflated. Chu Qingcheng looked at it. Zhuo Fan, who could easily play Yan Song between applause, and his eyes were full of love. Everyone on the landlord's stage already laughed. Yan Song is anyway a poisonous drug king that makes the seventh family dread, but today it is in the hands of a fledgling little devil, and he has planted the lead again and again. But everyone also knows that this little devil is not an ordinary person. Poison Hand Medicine King is against Demon Zhuo Fan. After all, this Medicine King is no match for Demon. They can only sigh that Yan Song is a wicked grind. To deal with wicked people like him, only Zhuo Fan, who is more evil than him, can. At this moment, only Emperor Pu Qingyan in the VIP room on the east side waited, looking anxiously as he was scared and trembling. If this old boy loses, it will be hard to get the Bodhi ficus. Taking a deep breath, the Poison Hand Potion King looked at the hand, and was almost finished with the last step, trying to calm himself down. He understands the thoughts of all parties, so, like Zhuo Fan, he must not lose. Zhuo Fan loses his hands with his head. If he loses, not only will his reputation be ruined, but how will the King's Gate spare him? Thinking of this, the Poison Hand Medicine King's eyes condensed, and the flames in his hands increased sharply, and the dripping panacea, also in a strong flame, instantly bloomed a strange brilliance. The king of the poisonous hand potion gleamed with light, and the corner of his mouth slightly curled up in a hopeful arc. Finally it is about to be completed. And this exhausted refining can finally be ended. This alchemy is so tired. Bump. Suddenly, a loud noise rang through the ear of the Poisonous Hand Medicine King. The king of Poison Hand Medicine was startled, the flame in his hand shivered suddenly, and then exploded with a bang. Poison Hand Medicine King did not pay attention. The beard eyebrows were scorched again, and the spirit peel soon to be born turned into ashes at this moment. The Poison Hand Potion King froze, stiffened, turned his head again, and looked at where the sound came from. There, Zhuo Fan scratched his head embarrassedly, and said with a smile, hey, I'm sorry, I just couldn't hold back, I put a fart, isn't it too loud? Hiss. Poison Hand Medicine King's body shook uncontrollably, looking at Zhuo Fan's smiling face, his black beard and eyebrows fluttering in the wind, but he couldn't even speak a word. So,